Hello everybody, Simple here, and today we are back on Aurora to check out the adjustment for Zero Jack and Chrysalis, the two bosses in the game. We're going to take the arcade route, and I'm only going to be showing the Zero Jack and Chrysalis fights because if I'm going to take this too long, it's going to be very long, and we are just going to stick with the bosses this time. I'm going to be playing as Rainbow Dash, and then possibly Trixie if things get a bit too rough. But then again, Trixie got nerfed and buffed recently, like continuously, and I have not done a more up-to-date video because she didn't have any other updates besides like the story, but that's like months ago, so who knows what type of buffs and nerfs she actually has. Now this update did take place right after Lyra's, so I could use Lyra instead for maybe another video for her, but it just depends. If you're wondering about like maybe if I use Vinyl, unfortunately she doesn't have anything added in, and she's still missing a lot of extra sprites, so that's still a thing there. So hopefully, yeah. Either way, let's hop into arcade mode, and I'll see you guys in the Zero Jack fight with Rainbow Dash first. Hopefully it's not too hard. Okay, we are here. Now it took me a pretty long while, about possibly 8 minutes. Thank God we skipped that most of that. So right now we're in Zero Jack's stage, of course, with the rain effect, which is added in. It took me a while. I thought it would be halfway through the main 6, but apparently it kind of was adjusted to after Fluttershy. I'm guessing it added the quote-unquote DLC characters as well. Now, this is going to be the fight right now, and I'm going to say this one more time, because I think I said enough for the series. There might be some background noise. I do apologize. Unfortunately, you know who's been talking too loud, so I can't really do much. Right now, he seems to be quiet, so hopefully he doesn't actually interrupt me anymore. But if you do hear sound, I will maybe at a point cut some of the video or maybe mute a part of the video. You will understand why. Either way, let's get going. I'll say this. I was not ready. Okay, she was invincible. Okay. I found a new combo string with Rainbow Dash, basically to increase my combo damage, but... Okay, she's nerfed a bit, that's good. Okay. She's nerfed, that's good to know. Hopefully Chrysalis is about the same. Yeah, so she is adjusted. Pretty much adjusted. That didn't do much damage, that's good. I'm hoping. But her normals are actually still a problem though. Okay. I think there is a problem with iframes for bosses though. That's the only thing. The computer recovers too fast. I'll say this. The enemies that I fought earlier, which is the main 6 besides Pinkie Pie, they're all harder than usual. I still beat them 2-0, but Rarity was the biggest one that gave me the biggest threat, apparently. So was strange. So with them giving me a hard time with Rainbow Dash, I don't think I'll beat this actually, even if I did a perfect streak against them. Actually, no. Rarity's the only one who actually got me to who I lost for the first time, but that was like 2-1. That's 2-1, not 2-0. I should stop talking because I think that was just distracting me.
5 minutes later.
Okay. Other than that, I'll see you guys next to Queen Chrysalis' fight. And I'm going to be switching off to Trixie. I might revisit Zero Jack again with Trixie, but we all saw how she works, so we don't need to go that far. So I'll see you guys with Trixie. So, bad news. Trixie, she did get some buffs with some of her moves. Unfortunately, the only way to maximize Trixie's potential is if you are a computer. I did fight Trixie's AI fighter for a while, and even though there were times where I kind of almost got the upper hand, more times than not, the computer for Trixie seems to be very broken, to say the least. As in, like, the Trixie AI almost has the same AI as the bosses, so take that for what you will. I don't know if I'm just was unlucky, but I did die on that match like 3 times, and both the other times it was a boss level, and then the third time was just average, kind of. But the thing is that I think Trixie might actually have one of the shortest recovery times. It's just that I cannot tech fast enough, and I don't know if it's the difficulty for each AI or is it the game speed. I'll check real quick to see what the game speed is, but I might have to bust out the new character.
1 minute 37 seconds later.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm just gonna use Lyra. Now, Lyra is actually pretty good. Now, keep in mind that this Lyra did get a few buffs and nerfs to make her more balanced in the game. But I can tell that it's not exactly enough. But with Lyra's skill and playstyle, it should be enough to help me beat these, because I mean Lyra is still a new character, so most of these new characters would be a bit overpowered. I think the only exception to that was Gilda for the first time she was available, but yeah. So overall, I think Lyra should be able to beat this, but we've seen how well she can do with Zero Jack. I'm only going to do 1 round for this one, and depending on how well this goes, I'll just going to pause the recording after either I lose or win, and I'll see you guys in the Chrysalis fight. So let's see how well Lyra handles this. Not too well, but okay, she does have a bit more health than usual, than other characters, I think. Yeah, if you see that the 2H for her has its own separate range, so I cannot go do it close for that one. Which makes sense, but I kind of wish it does hit through. Okay. I'll just go Haymaker, honestly. Okay, I can beat that. Okay. So I have some priority. That's good. Okay. So yeah, this makes sense. Zero Jack has the same amount of health as other characters. Just her power is to boss level. That's fine. Okay, we're trading blows. This is a more this is more of a fair match if Lyra's like this. The best thing about this is that Lyra has the same positioning. Okay. Yeah. So the thing about this is that I think, Lyra is a bit more easier to control and understand because unlike all other characters, she does walk on 2s, so you can treat her as a traditional fighting character. She does have puppet elements, but she's more of a brawler. Like, almost traditional fighters, so easier to grasp, possibly. I think this is the reason why I actually work better for her instead of other characters, because besides Rainbow Dash, who was the second closest to that, Lyra is technically just a bipedal fighter. That's about it. Rainbow Dash is about the same, it's just that her fighting class is Rushdown, which is not favored in this game, unfortunately. But the other thing I noticed that bosses still have invincible supers, which kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it should have been more fair that even boss supers get interrupted. Chrysalis is one exception, but I don't know why Zero Jack doesn't have that. Either way, I can tell where this is going. I'll see you guys in the Chrysalis fight. Hopefully. Okay, so I've been at it for like about an hour in recording right now. Yeah, Zero Jack did give me a little hard time, but it was basically Derpy of all people actually giving me a hard time as well. As you can see here, we did made a Trixie, but she glitched out. I killed her already, but the puppet has the final hit. It should have counted as every other character who died by with the puppet did count. So I don't know if this is the end, like this is not fully programmed yet or anything. But we have a time's up right now, and it looks like we have to reset this. Yeah. Okay. I'll play this out for you guys. Because Trixie, the only problem with her is that I can just do this to her if I don't get stunned anymore. She never blocks, so this is like the only time she can do. Oh yeah, Trixie did have new voice lines, but they're actually more annoying than usual somehow. Okay, I'm just going to... I didn't realize how low her health is actually. Okay, I'm gonna do the final hit. There we go. And we stopped. Okay, Trixie, just shut up. Okay, we ended at 69. That's nice. I'm gonna skip this. I'll see you guys in Chrysalis. Okay, we are here with Chrysalis. Now, oh boy. Okay, so either if we win or lose, I'll try to win still, but win or lose, this is where we're gonna end the video. We're just gonna see how well Chrysalis is. First, I'm gonna try to hit her head. Hopefully this works. Huh? Ow, okay. Yeah, that's a bit more accurate. She's a bit more faster. Okay, head. Nope, no hitbox to the head. That is sad. And, okay, she has more health, so didn't nerf her as much. That's fine. It's kind of still hard to tell if she's actually, if her hitboxes make sense now. I guess they do. Yeah. Okay, accept that. I am doing a lot of damage though, so that's good. Unfortunately, her hurt box is still janky though, so she does hit a bit more reliably and a bit more. Wow. Okay. Wait a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Apparently, I think something happened to OBS that actually kind of switched that all the way up there. A little bit janky, I guess. I don't know. Either way, it does seem like Chrysalis's hurt box is still janky as heck. Not to mention there is no hitbox to the head or the neck, so that means that her hitbox is a normal pony character, which unfortunately makes it that her hurtbox is not on model, but also that would mean that some of her attacks are still doesn't make sense, technically speaking. Her horn attack does make sense, and I think that also makes sense to her neck. Also, some of her kicks as well, although they do seem a bit long. The only problem is her AoE, which comes out so fast that I don't know if it's correct or not. Which is her aerial's a AoE, so that's like pretty weird. I never seen that, unless I did, and I just kind of was enraged at that point. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna try to continue on. I don't know how much longer I'll last for this. We'll see how the puppet does. Okay, puppet. I think the puppet might be my ticket way out of here, though. Wait a minute, I'm just gonna activate super, activate super, activate super. Reliable, they say. Okay, the tilt. Okay, you saw that, right? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so they added in the credits. Okay. So, I'm just gonna say this, it does seem like the hitboxes don't really... Well, I would say this. Okay, so what I think is this: Zero Jack's hitboxes, they are fixed and they're much more accurate to her model, which is good. And it does seem like her hits do actually like hit as it was supposed to hit, and there are no accidental multi-hits like the medium aerial. Was it the heavy aerial? Because both Applejack and Zero Jack have the same heavy air, all the same air attack. So I think that might be heavy air. At least it's not a multi-hit, which is good. Chrysalis, on the other hand, her horn attack is accurate enough. Her kicks can be accurate, but I think the problem with it is that that hitbox also hits other hitboxes. So it doesn't clash, it just counts your hitbox as a hurtbox for some reason. As if you can tell, I was doing the 2H on Chrysalis, but her kick was nowhere near me but my glowing arm. So unless my glowing arm has a hurtbox, which I guess kind of counts, but at the same time it shouldn't count, that still hit me. And that is the most weird thing that I just seen. It's like only like 2 seconds of the video, but like I hope you can tell because I saw that. So the only thing is that I now realize, and I don't know why it took me this long. Maybe I did realize, I never said it out loud, but Chrysalis's hurtbox is exactly the same size as most of the normal size ponies. So like Twilight, Rarity, the main 6, Trixie, Derpy, Lyra is like the same hurtbox size as Big Mac. Unfortunately, or fortunately, Lyra has a unique hurtbox, and I think Big Mac is the only one that has a big hitbox because he's a big character. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Chrysalis has adopted that, and her head and neck are still invincible, meaning that her body is still hittable. But when you're trying to attack her in the air, it's very janky. So it's about the same size as these, ponies right here. That's the size of her hitbox, and it's kind of a bit weird. Fortunately, I saw that Chrysalis does have a unique idle animation. Too bad we don't really see it all that much. And yeah, that's kind of about it. Overall, I do think that Zero Jack has enough fixes. I think she's now perfect as a mini boss. I don't know about the boss damage, but it is fair. I just kind of wish that there was a difficulty setting, because compared to everything I just played through, and I'm not gonna lie, playing as Lyra in arcade mode, considering how broken she still is, the AI makes it very hard to actually showcase that she is overpowered as of now, because she is the strongest with the least amount of weaknesses as of now. She does have nerfs already and a few buffs to make her a bit more balanced in the game, but I think that's more balanced in towards of the AI instead of actual real people. But I don't know, that's just me, and I could be completely wrong, but that's how I see it. Overall, again, I think this is for the 3rd time, Chrysalis is the only problem. Zero Jack's pretty okay. I've been rambling on a bit too much, so I'll just end it here. My name is Sunpo, and I'll see you guys in the next part.